Have you ever tried to achieve a goal, but it feels like the more you push and the more you want it, the more it's pulling away and the more it escapes? And it's true. The more you want something, the less likely you are to achieve it. But do you know why? And also, do you know why some people can get whatever they want in life? The money, the freedom, the cars, the family, the wife. Whereas others simply stay stuck in the same position, in the same job, in the same house, in the same country for 50 years and never get anywhere. Well, I'm going to break it down in this video. I'm going to explain why some people can literally mold their reality to whatever they want, whereas others can't, and they stay stuck. This video has the potential to change your life if you let it. If you actually watch this video, because most people won't, most people will scroll to the comments, look on the side of their YouTube bar, and then click on another video. But I truly believe you've been given this video for a reason. I believe you've come across it because it will change your life. So let's get into this. There's going to be parts in which you're watching this video and you're probably going to be thinking there's no way the universe works in this way. There's no way it's this easy to achieve whatever you want, but it is. You just don't understand this. And that's why you haven't gotten what you want yet. Whether it's money or freedom or whatever. It all comes down to this. There's going to be parts in which, you don't understand and it may seem confusing, but I'm going to try to explain this in the most simple form possible. So Albert Einstein once said that everything is energy and that's all there is to it. If you can match the frequency with the reality you want, then you will achieve whatever you want. Plain and simple. So this isn't nonsense. This isn't philosophy. This is physics. If you don't believe this, that's perfectly fine. And this also isn't the bullshit law of attraction. We are going a lot deeper below the surface level than that. Because I know a lot of people push this and you may not believe it. And I wouldn't believe it too. You're probably also thinking, why on earth should I trust this random kid who's got an annoying British accent? And you don't have to. You can easily just click off this video. That's totally fine. I'd like to think I'm pretty qualified for making this video. I've made multi-six figures online. I can pretty much get as many clients as I want, and I have done. I've gone 50 to 75 high-ticket clients. I've ran a successful agency. I've worked with 8-figure coaches who are my clients. And it all comes down to this. So everything is energy. That's all there is to it. You've got to understand that before the atomic age, the human body, the energy within the human body was valued at about $32. Let me write this down. $32. That's what they said the energy within a human body is worth. However, now scientists can predict accurately that the electronic energy in the hydrogen atoms of your body right now can power a highly industrialized country for an entire week. And that equates to $85 billion. Let me repeat that. The hydrogen atoms within your body is valued at $85 billion. And you're probably using it in the wrong way, which is why you haven't got what you want yet and you feel stuck. So let me get into this. So we've got $32 and now it's $85 billion. But we're going to go a lot deeper. This video is going to completely blow your mind. I promise you, if you actually stick around. So you right now watching this video, you are at a certain vibration. Let me write this down. I'll put vibration. Other known as a frequency. Or frequency. Very similar. Let's write this down. So everything is on a vibrational frequency. If you look around in the room or wherever you are right now, everything has a set frequency. So the question we should really be asking ourselves is how can we match the frequency of the things we want to actually attract them? And that is where the law of attraction comes from. So have you ever wondered or thought to yourself, oh, I really don't want to get sick one day, and then you get sick? Or you really don't want something to happen, but then it happens. And the reason this happens is because the universe cannot detect the difference between positivity, negativity, and fear. So it just throws back what is given to the universe. So our thoughts are everything because the conscious going to the subconscious dictates the frequency we vibrate at. Very simple. So to explain this in a simple sense, we've got waves of frequency. You are probably here, and let's say I'm on the same wave, and let's say you've got my phone number. you'd obviously be on the same frequency if you're able to contact me via a phone, because you've got my number. You could send me a text or you could call me, and the likelihood of me seeing it and responding is pretty high because you're on the same frequency. But what you got to also understand is that you are here, and whatever you want in life, whether it's a house, whether it's money, whatever you want, is also on a wavelength. So we need to position ourselves on the same wavelength to achieve this. But most people can never do this. Most people can never, ever get onto the same wavelength because they are stuck in a negative feedback loop. They've got no momentum. So what happens, and let's just take online business as an example. You start an online business here. So you try it for a few weeks, you fail. You've got no progress. You then keep going and there's no progress. You then keep going, you fail, and it's a feedback loop. So obviously in the center of this, your vibration is very low. It's very low, and that's why you can't attract wherever you want, because you're constantly discouraged and it's a feedback loop. Another feedback loop could be you wake up late. So you wake up late and then you, eat bad food as an example. And then you're constantly, for the rest of the day, you're just doing bad habits after bad habits, and then you loop, you do the same thing, and this is going to cause a low frequency. Most people wake up, they hate their job, they have to get on a train, they eat bad food, and they're just constantly stuck on a low vibration. And that's why they get stuck in the same place for 40 years. However, we must break this pattern. So the question you're probably asking right now is, how can we raise our frequency? How can we raise our vibration to one in which it aligns with the reality or whatever tangible thing you want in life? So it all comes down to our thoughts. And hear me out, right? So our thoughts, we've got conscious, then we've got into our subconscious. Let me just write this down. Subconscious, and then we've got physical. If I can actually spell physical. So, and it's why, like, I used to have anxiety when I was a lot younger, and I used to say to myself, oh, I really hope I don't get anxiety. But once again, the universe cannot detect positivity or negative, and then I would get more anxiety. So we need to completely change our belief and change our thoughts. So how we do that is, there's honestly so many ways, but we need to basically convince our subconscious that we have already gotten whatever we want in life, which will naturally raise our frequency. If we put a human body here, and let's put you smiling, you're going to have let's say we've got a frequency level here of, like, let's say low, and let's say high. The things that can put us to high are, there's a few actually. There's nature. That's a great one. Nature has a really good high vibration rate. Specific hertz music. So I'll put audio. But the massive ones, which people don't understand, is inspiration. If you can constantly, at nighttime and in the morning, look at something that inspires you, that is going to raise your frequency very high, which is going to put you onto the same wavelength as whatever you want. Hopefully, if you do this correctly. And this isn't a magic thing that's going to change overnight. This comes down to practice and combining this with the right execution systems, and constantly taking action. So yeah, you've got nature, you've got audio, you've got things that inspire you, you've got exercise. These are things that put you at a higher, let's say, elevation frequency. Really simple. But the reason most people stay stuck is because they're constantly chasing something then they're never going to get. They're doing something they don't like to do. So they don't like doing the thing. They don't like it. They're not making progress, so they're constantly discouraged and they're at a low vibration. So just by being grateful when you wake up in the morning, that's obviously going to put you at a higher vibration. And that's one way to get more lucky, is to already think you're lucky. Is to convince your subconscious that you've already achieved whatever you want. So just by being grateful and understanding that everything is opportunity at the end of the day, that is obviously going to make you one step closer to getting what you want. Because let's say you write down the number of money you want on a piece of paper, just by you looking at that every day, you're going to be constantly thinking about money and how to make it, which is obviously over time going to go into the subconscious, which is then going to go into the physical reality. So it can get a lot more complicated than this, but I don't want to confuse everyone watching this right now. Put simply, everything is energy. Everything you ever want is at a certain vibration. So what you really need to do on a day-to-day basis is try to get on the same vibration as whatever you want, whether it's clients, or whether it's money, whether it's a car. And we do that by being on a higher vibration. And once again, the power of the human body should not be underestimated. It's 85 billion. However, most people, they wake up in the morning, and because they're not making the money and they're sad, they're at a low vibration. So what we need to do is break the pattern. We need to incorporate this. We need to be in nature. We need to listen to non-chaotic music. If you listen to rap music, then you're constantly going to be at a different frequency every single hour, and it's going to be messed up. And likewise, if you look at a plant, now I'm not going to try and draw a plant because it'll be the most outrageous thing you've ever seen in your life. But if you look at a healthy plant, you'd probably say like, oh, look how healthy and green it looks and it's thriving. What you should actually say is, look at the energy, look at the environment in the room. That is really what dictates the growth of the plant. Now, hopefully that makes sense and you actually understand what I've said there about how energy in the room causes the plant to be healthy or die. You could easily change the energy in the room to make it die over a period of time, and that's what happens to most people. And that goes back, you've probably heard the saying that you're a product of your environment. So a product of your environment. And yeah, that does have truth, obviously. Because the people you hang around with, let's just put a bunch of people here, whether it's family, whether it's your friends, they are all at a different frequency or energy level. And that's why you're here, and you're obviously, you'll be at the same level with the people you hang around with the most, because that will go into your, whatever they say or whatever they do, or just by being around them, that is your environment, which is obviously going to go into your subconscious, and your subconscious is going to go into your physical, which is your reality. So you need to surround yourself with lucky people. That's what I call it. Be around people who are lucky, who are grateful, who are always happy to be here and just have the ability to work and improve. And that is going to transform into your reality. So hopefully this makes sense and it's something to think about if you're watching this YouTube video. If it did help and you are sort of getting grips with this and you understand this, and now you should understand that you should wake up, be grateful, you should exercise, you should look at something that inspires you in the morning. It could be a Stripe screenshot. It could literally be a Stripe screenshot of like 50 grand a month on your phone. And if by looking at that every single day and thinking about that, that's going to naturally transform into your subconscious, into your physical, and into your reality. If you actually take action as well, and you're in the right vehicle of the business model that can get you to point A from point A to point B. So yeah, like this video, subscribe if you found this useful, and follow me on Instagram as well. And if you want help making money online, I'll leave a link in the description. I don't care at all if you join my school or not. However, it is one of the best communities in the world, in my opinion. So yeah, I'll catch you in the next video. Take care and have an amazing rest of your week.